going to look at a pad drill that involves a 2-on-1 situation. This would be a kind of problem-solving drill, because the very basics of what I'd give you for dealing with two people would be first tactical positioning, so teaching you how to flank, teaching you how to stack people up, line them up, preempt, continuous attack, etc. But once you've got the basics down, so understand this isn't a basic drill, this is something that you build off it. Once you've got the basics down, you have to work for the what-ifs, and the what-ifs are, what if my first preemptive strike doesn't put down the first guy and the second guy has already attacked me? Well, you haven't got long to deal with the second guy before the first guy gets back up, so it's one of those kind of situations, right? So a couple of tactical elements that we're going to look at. You're going to have two partners, both with two pads, and they can get to a point where they can randomly flash you a target. So they can flash you left and right this side or left and right this side, high target or a low target, and you have to turn and respond to hit what you see. That's the point you want to get with it. To keep it simple to start with, you designate the pad man that's going to feed you a target. You've turned round, there's not necessarily enough time to contact manage. One flashes a pad, which signifies threat, you hit it. He will disengage from you momentarily, reeling back, and as he does so, the secondary threat is going to tackle you from the side. You now need to sprawl and deal with the tackle. If you do with that correctly, you'll put yourself in a position where the guy you've sprawled from is now in front of the guy that's just coming back in. So you've stacked in a sense. Rather than you put him down here, turn your back, and now the other guy's on you. So there's a couple of tactical mobility elements. But the bottom line is, dealing with two people, one presents a threat, you hit him, your preempt is not successful enough to stop him, second guy tackles you, you have to deal with him before the other guy comes back in. And then we can start throwing some spanners at it. Alright, take it over from there. Yeah. Let's say I put this fucker down because he's sprawled, and the second guy's got back up from my previous preemptive strike. Well, here it may be necessary to finish this subject. So if I shin volleyed him in the head, I'd take his consciousness. If I drove my knee or my shin into the side of his ribs, I'd take his breathing. And if I stomped his ankle, I'd take his mobility. I ideally want to make sure that this fucker doesn't get back up. Otherwise you're playing the skills. You're knocking this one down, he's getting back up, you're putting this one down, he's getting back up. When's it going to end? You need to put the threat down. The intention was to put the first subject down with a preemptive strike, but shit happens, it wasn't good enough. It created distance between you, now he's sprawled and now you're here. It's from this position that if I decide to posture or use my demeanour at him demonstratively, that I may dissuade him from coming back in. At least enough for me to create distance so now I can run. It can work effectively. So one of the things Jeff Thompson used to do years ago, he would snatch the subject down and then he would stamp on him. And he would pull the stamp because it would, he didn't want to damage the subject, but it would be done in a very demonstrative way. Do you understand? So if he's flat down on the ground here, and I go, stay back, you cunt! Stay back! Fucking move! And I stamped him, there's a good chance that your brain, or part of your brain, if you're not a sociopath, is thinking, fuck that, don't want none of that snatch, stomp shit. In which case, if I buy a pad interrupting your brain, momentarily I can get gone. So the first response would be that we put the subject down and we finish with our feet. Regardless if in the moment it was a need to do that significantly hard, or in the moment whether it was just demonstrative and you pulled the shot. Be sure that once you do it, you posture. So the secret to posturing is a chemistry. Basically, it's my body language and my demeanour, which innately will puff up and balloon and make myself larger. I'll stalk from side to side, I'll point, I'll grimace and I'll use profanity, and I may salivate. I'll also go up in terms of volumization. My pitch and voice will go up in tone. And I will suggest a consequence. So if I put this fucker down here, fucking stay back! Don't you touch me, cunt, I'll put you down! You would be down. I will suggest to you that if you come here, it's going to cost you something. So the first response, preemptively strike, you knock him back. This guy tackles you sprawl. You put him down, the other guy's coming. Now put demonstrative posture to him. What's going to buy you the opportunity to do that is that once you put this subject down, you are now this side of his body, as opposed to sprawling on the other side, which will now put my back to you. Understand? I'm going to keep a barrier here all the time. And if I'm tactile here, holding on to him and controlling him in some way, I don't need to look at him. It frees my vision to look at you. This is the same way in which we use the clinch. So if I was to clinch him, from here, the jaw there, let's say, I would clinch dynamically and turn. So he's a barrier. Then I'd start working him over whilst looking at you, because I'm tactile. Do you understand? Same kind of principle. Fucking stay there! Don't fucking come near me! Go away, bitch! Go away! Go away, cunt! Go away, fucker!
There was a time when, it's happened to me twice actually, I've been fucking hit in a fight and I've gone down like this and I've just come straight back. Yeah? Haven't necessarily come back in with a hit, I've just sort of bounced back up like fucking, you know one of them punch bags that you hit and it goes down and then comes back up again. So this is that instance. I've come over to you, I'm aggressive, I'm the aggressor in the situation, I've stepped forward, you've hit me, okay? You've hit me with a good shot, which has made me knock me back, and my initial reaction, I don't even know what mate's done, my initial reaction is just to come back, okay? It's at this point, if I come back into range, and he's down on the floor, that I need to do something. So, I'm going to hit, yeah? You're going to come in to do this, I'm going to sprawl and get you hit. You're just going to come back in and present this punch with one solid strike, yeah? With the ideal that if my first shot didn't knock you out, hopefully that one's going to knock you out, yeah? But it's important at this point that I don't now follow up, yeah? The reason I don't want to follow up is I have a barrier. I want to use this barrier and I keep this barrier here. If I try to follow you over this, if I've hit you here and you stagger back, take a step back, well, even if you're closer than that, even if you're at this range, for me now to climb over him to get to you, it's just stupid, okay? So I'm going to keep the barrier that I've got. So at this point when you come back in, I'll hit, and then I might back up, maybe put in that kick and posture to you again. Now if you decide to come over there and you step over your mate, now we're back into a one-on-one fight anyway, okay? But I'm going to use the barrier, use the hit to posture and get gone, okay? So, all you're going to do once I've hit you is you're just going to take a step back and you're going to step back in and present that pad to me, okay? No! Fucking stay back! Don't come near me! Fucking stay down! Don't fucking get up!
Dann liegt er nicht auf der Welt, ich gescheit es hinein!
Bleib zurück! Go away, bitch! Come on!
Don't move! Or I speak this out of you guys!
This pad, as soon as he's sprawled, you come in committedly with a big shot. Yeah. And be committed as well. You've got to come in. Don't think about the man on the floor, okay?
Go away! Counts!